Hello, friends. Welcome to Creative Medicine. In this lecture, we will learn about
Primary membranous nephropathy. Actually, membranous glomerulonephritis is of two types, primary and secondary. So, we have primary membranous glomerulonephritis and we have secondary membranous glomerulonephritis. The pathogenesis of primary membranous glomerulonephritis. In primary membranous glomerulonephritis, a phospholipase A2 receptor gene is present. Phospholipase A2 receptor antigen is present in 85% of cases of primary membranous glomerulonephropathy. So, in primary membranous glomerulonephropathy, there is also THSD7A, that is thrombospondin 7A is found. So, because of this defect, primary membranous glomerulonephropathy will develop. Here, in primary membranous glomerulonephropathy, antibodies of type IgG4 are developed. So here that this is phospholipase A2 receptor and A2 receptor. So whenever there is mutation in the phospholipase A2 receptor, so this will this B cell will activates the subsequent B cells. So the phospholipase A2 receptor antigen is presented on the antigen presenting cell or activated B cell, which activates the T helper cell, releasing the cytokines. So these cytokines will in turn release the B cells, resulting in conversion of B cells to plasma cells, leading to the production of antibodies. These antibodies will destroy the these antibodies are present against the um, phospholipase A2 receptors, and thus these phospholipase A2 receptors are destroyed, resulting in membranous glomerulonephritis. So in membranous glomerulonephritis we have completely four stages of membranous glomerulonephritis. In stage 1 glomerular deposits are mainly in the subepithelial region. They are present only in the epithelium. Okay, they are present in the subepithelial region. Stage 2. In stage 2, the projections are seen as the spikes. Spikes are seen in stage 2. Then in stage 3, the glomerular basement membrane has many deposits. These black colored are deposits. So in stage 3, the glomerular basement membrane surrounds the deposits. So the membrane becomes thickened. And finally, in stage 4, you will see lots of immune complex deposits are seen along with thick basement membrane. So on electron microscopy, these thickened glomerular basement membrane is seen. Even on immunofluorescence microscopy, thickened glomerular basement membrane is the hallmark for immunofluorescent microscopy. Then this is the thickened membrane which is seen. On immunofluorescent microscopy, IgG4 and PLA2 receptors will be positive. Gamma 4 receptors will be positive. IgG and C3 will also be positive on immunofluorescent microscopy. Then, then on electron microscopy, we will see presence of subepithelial deposits are seen. Here, intramembranous spikes are seen in the electron microscopy. We can also see thick basement membrane is seen on the light microscopy like this. Thick basement membrane is seen. So, antiphospholipid receptor antibody is the one which helps us to know the prognosis of the disease.
thank you and thank you for watching.